decision that I'm sharing with you today. I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pleb is back. In this report, we got to talk about this Justin Trudeau resignation from yesterday, as it appears that Justin Trudeau was brought to literal tears over having to resign as the Prime Minister of Canada. And it wasn't just Justin Trudeau, as the fake news were crying about his resignation too. You won't want to miss this report. Stick around. Before we start this report, all I'm asking is you smash subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Over here on this channel, we make fun of the ridiculous left. So if you think the left are completely wacko, smash subscribe and let's start the report. Welcome to your Tuesday report. It's good to be back. Now, for those of you who joined me on this channel yesterday during Trudeau's resignation, well, you would know that things got a little bit rowdy as I polished off a bottle of champagne in 20 minutes. Now, I've never been drunk before noon in my entire life, but Trudeau's resignation kind of felt like an appropriate moment for that. But I wanted to take things back to yesterday, now that I'm a little more sober, and go and review his resignation, in which Justin Trudeau appears to be crying. And if you look at his eyes right here, you can tell Justin Trudeau's been crying in his room before this speech. I mean, his eyes are glazed, his eyes are red. You could just tell the dude did not want to let go of power. So now that I'm sober and not drunk on champagne anymore, let's rewatch this speech here and see what he had to say.
Every morning I've woken up as Prime Minister. I've been inspired by the resilience, the generosity, and the determination of Canadians. It is the driving force of every single day I have the privilege of serving in this office. That is why, since 2015, I've fought for this country, for you, to strengthen and grow the middle class.
You destroyed the middle class. What do you mean, grow the middle class? What is this guy smoking? He was smoking something good. Look how red his eyes are.
Why we rallied to support each other through the pandemic, to advance reconciliation, to defend free trade on this continent, to stand strong with Ukraine and our democracy, and to fight climate change and get our economy ready for the future. We are at a critical moment in the world.
But here is the funniest line of his resignation speech. I can't believe he said, look at this. I can't believe he says this.
My friends, as you all know, I'm a fighter.
Mr. Fighter, he hid from the truckers. He refused to talk to working class Canadians who didn't agree with his mandates and calls himself a fighter. He's a coward. And now he calls himself a fighter and literally quits. What a fighter.
Every bone in my body has always told me to fight because I care deeply about Canadians. I care deeply about this country, and I will always be motivated by what is in the best interest of Canadians.
The best interest in Canadians is for you to GTFO.
And the fact is, despite best efforts to work through it, Parliament has been paralyzed for months after what has been the longest session of a minority parliament in Canadian history. That's why this morning I advised the Governor-General that we need a new session of Parliament. She has granted this request, and the House will now be prorogued until March 24th.
You could tell he's fighting the tears back here. Look at him. Look at him. He's fighting back the tears.
Over the holidays, I've also had a chance to reflect and have had long talks with my family about our future. Throughout the course of my career, any success I have personally achieved has been because of their support and with their encouragement. So last night over dinner, I told my kids about the decision that I'm sharing with you today.
Look at his glazed eyes. He cried. He cried. Pansy boy cried.
I intend to resign as party leader, as prime minister,
Bye.
after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process.
Yeah, a process, by the way, where I think you need to be 14 years older and over to vote in the Liberal Party for their new leader. You could vote for Liberal Party leader and not even be a Canadian. Talk about foreign interference. India, China, they're the ones who are going to decide who the next Liberal Party leader is, not us.
Last night, I asked the president of the Liberal Party to begin that process. This country deserves a real choice in the next election, and it has become clear to me that if I'm having to fight internal battles, I cannot be the best option in that election.
Trudeau was finished about a year and a half ago. You could see it by the polling data, but he's just realizing this now when it's too late to even save his party. What an absolute narcissist. Don't worry, chat. This Trudeau speech is almost done.
The Liberal Party of Canada is an important institution in the history of our great country and democracy.
And you have destroyed it to the point where they won't even have party status anymore. You killed this institution.
A new Prime Minister and leader of the Liberal Party will carry its values and ideals into that next election. I'm excited to see the process unfold in the months ahead.
Oh my God. Look at it. Gosh, sorry. Just look at his eyes. Look at his eyes here. You could just tell. The pain. Hide the pain, Trudeau. He wants to cry. He wants to bawl his eyes out right here.
Process unfold in the months ahead. We were elected for the third time in 2021 to strengthen the economy post-pandemic and advance Canada's interests in a complicated world. And that is exactly the job that I and we will continue to do for Canadians. Merci beaucoup, mes amis.
He ends it off with that fake ass grin. But you could just tell, just look at his eyes, man. Look at his eyes.
So,
You know, he's not having a good day. I mean, Trudeau is not taking this well, and that makes me very happy. But Trudeau's pain session wasn't over just yet. As you can see, during the question and answer part with the press here, this is where the real pain comes out when he goes on a deranged rant about Pierre Poilievre and saying how he is not the right path forward. Just look at his face here. He's crushed. He's absolutely crushed. He truly believed in his head that he's doing a great job, and this is probably not fair, according to him, that he has to step down. Delusional.
I'm wondering if you feel that another leader will have more success than you will at beating Pierre Poilievre in the next campaign.
Pierre Poilievre's vision for this country is not the right one for Canadians.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Oh, the pain, the pain, the pain.
Stopping the fight against climate change doesn't make sense. Backing off on the values and strength and diversity that Canada has always worked to pull itself together on.
Diversity, right? Like how you allow terrorists in our country in the name of diversity? Clown.
Not the right path for the country. Attacking journalists, the CBC institutions, that's not what Canadians need in this moment.
That's what we love.
We need an ambitious, optimistic view of the future, and Pierre Poilievre is not offering that. I look forward to the fight as progressives across this country stand up for the kind of vision for a better country that Canadians have always carried, despite the tremendous pressures around the world to think smaller, to veer towards the hard right, and to be...
He's so crushed. He's so pissed. Oh, I love it.
less ambitious for what we can be and do as a country when the world really needs Canada.
This makes me so happy, chat. I don't know about you guys, but seeing Trudeau absolutely crushed like this just brings so much joy to my heart. But it was not just Trudeau who was having a hard time with this resignation. His friends over at the fake news CBC appeared to be having a funeral over his resignation as well. Look at her face.
In politics, Justin Trudeau confirming what we've been reporting this morning, that indeed he is stepping away from his role, saying that while this is a critical moment in the world and he is a fighter, he has realized that he cannot continue.
What an amazing day. Trudeau cries during his resignation speech. The fake news CBC cried during his resignation speech. But you want to know what? The rest of Canada were having a great time with this resignation. So yes, the left are crying over Trudeau's departure, but the real Canadians are doing this. We won, ladies and gentlemen. We won. And in our last clip of the night, a famous Canadian rapper by the name of Tom MacDonald had a goodbye message for Trudeau and appears to be equally thrilled as I am that Trudeau resigned.
Justin Trudeau, you're f***ing out of here, bud. Hey, and don't forget to take your yarmulke, your turban, your headdress, your cowboy hat, these two dudes, and your face paint with you. And I'm sure you got a couple of these buried in that closet you're afraid to come out of, so don't forget to take these with you too. And you know, I just got off the phone with Canada and they wanted me to give you this little present to thank you for your 10 years of service and help bid you farewell. You ready, Justin? F*** off and farewell. So there you go. I even stuffed your little hat in there. You're already half packed, man. Just hit the road. And Justin, don't forget. Have a great day. Just
beautiful. So that's it for this report. I'll be back with another one later on today, but I want you to tell me in the comments down below, how do you feel about Trudeau's resignation? Does this make you happy? Are you happy that this is the outcome? Did you want to see him get destroyed in an election? Tell me in the comments down below. And if you want to support this channel, you are already doing it by watching this video, so thank you. But if you want to support me more, like, share, comment, subscribe, buy a membership. My name is the Pleb. Trudeau's gone. See you at the next one. Peace.